If a man can be present at conception, don't you think he should be in the labor room when the child is born? I strongly believe that the husband should be in the delivery room when the child is born. One of the most important stages of procreation happens in the labor room. This is where whatever took place in the other room finally comes alive. It is only appropriate that he witnesses such a miracle.
The labor room is a professional space. It is not where husbands are meant to be. You see, modernism has changed the world in ways we can hardly explain. That is why we are even having this conversation in the first place. Our forefathers believed that the labor room is out of bound. It is for the woman in labor and the midwife only.
I believe husbands should be in the labor room to see the pangs of childbirth. Seeing what their wives go through could make them respect women more. Besides, men claim the child as theirs, right? If so, they should be among the first people to hear the cry of the baby.
The process of childbirth can be very intense. At times, it is unpredictable. It is complicated. At times, it is chaotic. You cannot expect a husband who has little or no medical knowledge to stand there and watch such a deeply emotional and demanding moment. We're talking about his wife, the woman he loves, and his child here. That pressure alone can overwhelm him. His emotions could rise. His anxiety could spike. Even his blood pressure could increase. Childbirth can also involve blood. And the truth is, not everyone can handle blood. Some people faint at the sight of blood. Yes, the medical professionals can confirm this. If I happen to be one of those people, and my wife is already the patient, the last thing the doctors need is another person collapsing in the labor room.
Nothing may comfort a woman more in that moment than the presence of her husband, supporting her, encouraging her, cheering her on to push. The emotional support alone would make the process easier for her.
Now imagine me as a husband standing at one corner in the labor room, and my wife's most cherished privacy is openly exposed. And while there, a doctor, probably a male doctor, will walk in and he will be touching, gauging and checking the amount of centimeters she has dilated while I'm there. I think as a well-culturally raised man, that sight could affect me psychologically.
Mr. Demo, culture is important, but culture also evolves. If a husband can be present at the moment of conception, why should they be absent at the moment of birth? Childbirth is not only the birth of a baby, it is also the birth of a father.
Mrs. Demo, I clearly understand the emotional appeal of husbands being in the labor room. But for generations, childbirth has been a private and a sacred moment for the woman and the midwife. Support does not always mean being inside the labor room with the wife. A man can support while outside, making preparations, sorting the hospital bills. A man can support while even in the passage, waiting prayerfully. Sometimes, true support is not about being in the room, but about respecting the space where a woman brings life into the world.